the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. The action tonight will be happening out in Los Angeles, where the Clippers will be going up against the Portland Trail Blazers. For Portland, playing under 500 basketball over the last 10 games, they can do better, and they'll try to get on the winning side tonight. You know who I'm looking forward to watching tonight?
I would not know.
How about C.J. McCollum?
Okay.
Low-rated high school recruit, comes out of a small college.
True.
But Shaq, this guy can flat out play.
Man, great young combo guard. Offensively, he can do it all, Ernie.
He's a very tricky defender, meaning he's got long arms. He's able to reach in when you don't think he's able to get to basketballs. Dangerous on and off the ball.
You guys fun to watch, and that's it for us. Thanks for tuning in.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Trailblazers come into town for this one. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. You look at the Clippers. This is a team in search of an identity. They've dropped 7 of their last 8, and they have looked completely out of sync.
And their first 2 games against this club, both being losses, losing 3 in a row would be a real tough pill to swallow. So I think they'll look to make their stand here tonight.
They've learned a lot from those games, and I think we'll see a much different matchup from them here.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, undisputedly, Damian Lillard is the leader of this Blazers team. Now, Yusuf Nurkic said, he's the best thing that's happened to me. To have a superstar in this league as a leader, a friend, and a teammate, it makes me better. Kevin?
LDA, you can't get much higher praise than that. Thanks. As we reach the halfway point in the season, Steve, how much does a team's depth start to play a part?
It plays a lot. I mean, if you have lack of it, then you start to see the guys that needed some rest or those nagging injuries, you can't rest them. You got to play them, especially if you're jockeying for position, looking down the road for playoffs. And then the teams who are, I would say, have all the depth in the world, those coaches have it great. They get a chance to pick and choose. They sit some guys. I know the league doesn't like that, and they get a chance to start some other guys. They manage minutes and manage injuries very well when you have a deep team.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Trailblazers, Lillard the 1 with McCollum at the 2. Nurkic is out there with Aminu, and it's Turner in at the small forward. McCollum outside. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, McCollum's got his first points of the night. And Beverly kicks to Williams. Buries it down low.
Because of his size, everyone tries to get physical with Lou, but he pays it no mind.
Beverly against Lillard. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. And he overshot that one, missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Again, McCollum missing. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. It's a 3-point game. Last time against the Trailblazers, they lost in Portland.
Yeah, I just thought their energy was lacking defensively. They just gave up way too many easy shots.
You know what? That's a problem anytime, but especially on the road where you need to be given an extra effort. Well, you talk about a professional scorer, that's Lou Williams. The former 6th Man of the Year is instant offense.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
You know, Lou Williams is just getting more and more efficient year after year.
Yeah, he's starting to make threes at a high clip, a crafty finisher in the lane, and tremendous at working himself to the line.
Now, here's Lillard. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
He also was very good distributing the basketball, keeping guys involved and engaged all night.
Beverly wide open. The Clippers keep it alive. Second chance shot. Tries yet again. They grab their own miss. Gortat. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Turner's got his first basket.
And so many defenses nowadays really not designed to take away that mid-range jumper.
If you go by pure analytics, there is an argument to be made for that. This time, doesn't work out.
LA's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And Gallinari kicks to Williams. Nurkic with the block. But he recovers it. Shot clock at 5. And the Clippers miss again. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Got that bucket in no time at all. McCollum's got his second bucket tonight.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Now here's Williams. He has 5. Back to Beverly. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Sinks the three-pointer.
Trading threes. This is a little bit of that mano-a-mano right now.
You know, I can't lie. It's fun to watch. Gets the players going and the fans.
Here's Lillard. Averaging around 27.5 points a game. One of the best in the league.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Beverly, the pass to Harris. Clippers moving the ball around. Lillard against Beverly. Now here's Lillard. He's covered closely.
At the point guard position, Patrick Beverly is a great shot blocker.
The 3 from McCollum. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
I mean, you can see it. He's way out of sync. It's been this way all quarter for him.
Nurkic with the steal. McCollum against Williams. McCollum dishes to Lillard. Here's Turner. Portland no good that time either.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus. But they held each other accountable and played hard.
Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts. Clippers trail by 4. And here's Beverly. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. The pass to Aminu. To the paint. Here's Lillard. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Lillard's got 7.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Beverly finds Williams. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
Good interior defense. But Lou Williams not to be intimidated, not to be denied.
Now here's McCollum. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Toronto. Aminu with it, picked up by Harris. The 3 from McCollum. Gallinari with the rebound. Gallinari's got his 4th rebound in this one.
You can see the frustration. They hold the lead, but he wants to be able to contribute.
Gallinari with it. He's guarded by Nurkic. Here's Harris. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Harris has got his first 2 points.
Difficult to stop inside. Harris with the excellent feel and touch around the basket.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Here's Nurkic. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Doc Rivers, the coach of the year in 2000 with the Orlando Magic. A championship with the Boston Celtics in 2008. A great career as an NBA coach.
Nurkic with the block.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's McCollum. It's hauled in by Beverly. The Clippers trail. Pass to Williams. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And Doc Rivers came to the Clippers after he avoided a rebuild in Boston. But he's staying put in L.A. for the revamp.
A guiding voice for this team through some turbulent years. I think he's invested in making the Clippers a destination franchise.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
You start to wonder, in my opinion, is it better to take everything to the rack now or to try at least draw some fouls?
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Gortat. Mike Scott comes in for Tobias Harris. And Baamute's checked in for Gallinari. And it's Avery Bradley in for Williams. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Leonard, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Reece Harkless comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Nick Stauskas is checked in for Turner. And Curry subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And that one, good.
Avery Bradley is very comfortable from this range, making it look too easy.
Lillard surveying the D. Off target from outside. The Clippers shooting 39% in the early minutes of this game. Bradley passes to Scott. And Beverly kicks to Scott. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Good open look. Avery looking poised with the ball in his hands, making decisions.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here's Lillard. He's got 10. Off target from three-point range. Pass to Beverly. Back to Baamute. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
He got the space he needed, but just blew the layup. It hurts me to see points lost like that.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Now here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Sweet little floater. Beverly's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
A shot that Beverly's developed. Once you have the floater, you don't always have to get to the rim.
Passes it to Stauskas. Poked loose. Here's Curry. Nice D from Scott.
And guys, there's a lot to like here defensively. That shot almost ends up in the stands.
And he was not quite in position to block the shot, but the result is all the same.
Now here's Beverly. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. And the Trailblazers shooting 39% in the early minutes of this game. A floater and the layup good by Lillard. Lillard's got 12 points in the game.
We will talk about feed the hot hand. That's what they're doing this quarter, which is why they've been able to maintain momentum.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, you talk about the lockdown individual defenders in this league. Don't forget about Avery Bradley. That's been his calling card from the moment he set foot in the league.
The Clippers shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Roof shots.
first one falls for him. And Greg, for Bradley, there's some disconnect as far as his defensive impact. You know, the numbers guys will say it doesn't quite match up to his reputation.
Yeah, I mean, more impactful as an on-ball defender than he is as, say, a help defender. Probably a little undersized for an off guard, but his commitment, no doubt, is off the charts.
Both free throws good from Avery Bradley.
Here you have the consummate pro. Rare to see Avery Bradley complain or give anything less than 100%.
Lillard from outside. Scott pulls it in. For the Los Angeles Clippers, they come in off a good outing against Oklahoma City.
And sometimes in that hostile environment, it is hard to stay true to who you are. But give them credit, they did, especially on offense.
Well, they came in with a strong game plan, made adjustments when they needed to, and kept the crowd out of their heads.
The Clippers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Well, when it comes to getting fans out of their seats, the crossover dribble does it every time. It's so fun to watch. Who are some of the best doing that, you think, Steve?
You know, Kyrie Irving,
Yes.
Steph Curry, Chris Paul, John Wall, James Harden, Jamal Crawford. Those are the guys and names that just stand out. Those are the guys that make the Smitty's top 5 plays under the rim.
Irving's handle is just phenomenal, I think, don't you?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think he's the top of his class.
And Lillard gets it to go.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
And Beverly kicks to Bradley. Fires from 14. That one bounces around and comes back out. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. And there's the pass to Stauskas. Lillard attacking, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative, they are strong.
Free throw good, Damian Lillard. Well, Damian Lillard has never been one to doubt himself, and when he plays, he exudes confidence.
Has a short-term memory, which allows him to keep attacking even after he's missed a few. And that's the mentality you have to have on offense. He might be as good as any other guard in this game.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Following the three-point attempt by Avery Bradley, Stauskas dishes to Lillard. Kicks it out to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Off target from outside. Clippers trail by 5. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. And there's the foul. It'll go on Mo Harkless. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Clippers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. And he's good on the second. Here's Lillard. He's got 18. Curry way outside, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. And don't go away. We'll be right back. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomes. He talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, people are going to look to you first. They're going to point the finger at you first. And when things go well, they're going to give you the credit. So I think it's just a balance of those two things, being willing to be that guy and being excited about it. I think you got to have fun with it.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
These guys have quick hands. You have to protect the ball around all of them.
We've got Mike Scott. Avery Bradley is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Harrell, and it's Mbah-a-Moute in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Well, Avery Bradley coming off a tumultuous season, traded twice, Steve, and battled a groin injury that eventually required surgery.
You know what's not good? All this in a contract year. Not what you hope for. One of the league's hardest working players. He'll bounce back.
And he's good on the second. Portland leading by 3. Lillard outside. Harkless with it. Scott's there. Harkless finds Curry. The teardrop falls in. Curry's got his first bucket of the night.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
And for the Clippers, their shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Pass to Mbah-a-Moute. And the foul called on Myers Leonard. That's his first foul. Baseline jumper. Bradley can't get it to go. And for Portland, they're shooting 43% from the floor. Stauskas kicks to Lillard. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Here's Beverley following the score by Damian Lillard. Shot clock at 5. Beverley the pass to Mbah-a-Moute. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trailblazers. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Friday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz.
And looking at that Jazz matchup, it's going to be a battle for this group. You get the feeling they'll need to be at their sharpest if they want to come away with a victory.
Back to Lillard. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Beverley.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, the Clippers have hit the reset button, and you wonder how that affects their head coach, Doc Rivers. Now, he seemed reluctant to lead a rebuild with the Celtics, but he's on board doing it with the Clippers. Even though the Clippers relieved him of his title of president of basketball operations in 2017, Rivers has just signed a new extension that will keep him coaching the team for the next few years. Kevin?
Well, if nothing else, DA, he has guided them through some pretty dark hours. Thank you. Now, here's Bradley. After the miss from Damian Lillard. Bradley can't get it to go.
Still no rhythm. This may be a time when you want to make the extra pass. Give someone else a chance. The Clippers, they signed Doc Rivers to an extension this summer. With all the roster changes, good to have that stability on the sideline.
Steve Doc Rivers, easily the winningest coach in Clippers franchise history.
He's also second among current head coaches in overall wins, one of only a handful who have led a team to an NBA title.
And he makes the first. You often hear great players say, I want to be the leader of this team. But Smitty, is every great player actually cut out? Are they wired enough to be a leader and play that role?
No, not at all. You have some fantastic, phenomenal players talent-wise, but just not their role to be a leader. And then I think when you hear guys say they want to be a leader, 9 times out of 10, that's the guy that's not the leader. Because a leader usually just evolves. But when you start saying you want to be, you're probably not. You're going to lead by example. And then a lot of the guys, obviously, some of the best, they can take it to the vocal part. But you can't ask to be a leader. It just happens.
Needs to happen organically, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Williams against Curry. He kicks it to Turner. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Bradley's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Though he has a score-first mindset, Williams not a bad setup man.
McCollum outside. From deep three-point range, knocks down the 3-ball. McCollum's got 8 points.
I mean, just a good shooter taking what the defense allows. Finds some space out beyond the arc.
Williams kicks to Gortat. Back to Williams. Curry with the steal. McCollum left side, and McCollum with the slam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
Turner. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And it's a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, is too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor.
A chance here to take a moment and compare the front court and back court scoring on the night for the Trailblazers.
And their guards have been the difference makers. This lead wouldn't be nearly as big as it is if it wasn't for that backcourt. Those guys have been running wild.
Here's Bradley. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That's foul number 2 for him.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Portland on defense. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Here's Gallinari, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
This is a specialty of Gallinari's, using the roller as a decoy for his own offense.
Nurkic up top. He had 10 points in the win against Toronto. McCollum, no good.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Out to Gallinari. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Now just a 5-point Portland lead. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's McCollum. And Portland again with the bucket.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Bradley against McCollum. Gallinari on the wing. He's got 8. Gortat, 6 on the shot clock. For 3, Harris. Rebounded by McCollum. Trailblazers leading by 7. Kicks to Curry. Takes the 13-footer. They get it back. The slam dunk by Aminu.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
You know what? When you don't box him out, he will burn you for it. He threw that putback down with the authority.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
You know, going up against size, you know you have to get separation. Nice move from mid-range.
Now, here's Curry. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Toronto. McCollum finds Curry. Buries it from three-point range. Curry's got the lead up to 10 now for Portland.
It's amazing. He is on fire here in the second period after going scoreless in the first.
Back to Harris. Nurkic with the steal. And now Portland on the break. And the basket by McCollum.
Timeout.
McCollum's got 14.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
But it can in the painted area. Regardless, he's crafty enough to get up a good shot.
And the Clippers call time here. And for Yusuf Nurkic, you see the flashes of how dominant he can be in every game.
I mean, the potential is there, and he is working hard to find that consistency. I do believe he's noticeably better when he plays with an edge. He's more in tune with what's going on. You almost want to rile him up or do something to tick him off before every game to get the best out of him.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Clippers with the ball. Harris passes to Bradley. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Gortat.
Look out. He's starting to find the range in this second period.
Now here's Curry. He has 7. And it's Aminu in the corner. Here's McCollum. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them. And we've seen just how incredible McCollum can be when he is feeling it. One of the few guards in the league who gets everything to fall when his shot is on. It's why he can just erupt with huge scoring nights at any given time.
Throw good, McCollum. And with McCollum's explosiveness, Greg, you recall he put up 50 points in a game last season.
And how about he did so in under 30 minutes of floor time? McCollum, only the second player to ever achieve that mark. Helps he started with a 28-point first quarter. When he is locked in, he can put up points like nobody's business.
Turner looking around. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gallinari. While we've got a moment, let's now take a look at the teams that have the most second chance points on the season. 4th, the Clippers.
And just having a terrific year on the offensive glass, it's because everybody buys in. Not just the big men, but even the guards are getting in on the act.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. 13-point lead. 5 on the clock. Curry kicks to Aminu. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Pass to Williams. Goes up at the stripe. And the shot is long. And here's Aminu. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Shot to stop the run. Offensive rebound. Gortat. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
No hesitation. He took it right to the rack. But a quick reaction by the defense.
Good on the three-point shot.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Williams. He's coming off a 31-point game against Oklahoma City.
Even though he got fouled a lot, he never lost any of his aggressiveness. He kept making free throws, and in the process, really frustrated the D.
And that's from beyond, guys, right back at you.
This is looking more like an all-star game right now. Everyone launching from range.
Here's Aminu. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Here's Nurkic, and Portland again with the bucket.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Now here's Bradley. Floats one up. Nurkic with the block.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumps.
And the basket by Curry.
And no doubt they've been the more efficient team in this first half.
Because they've been patient, they're finding good shots. That's why they've hit a much higher percentage from the floor.
It's McCollum on the wing, beyond the arc. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists tonight.
That's all confidence right there. He knows he's in a groove, and they've got this team on its heels.
Bradley kicks to Harris. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot, and this one was uncontested.
Williams against McCollum. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Lou Williams.
Clearly a foul.
The Trailblazers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
At the line for 2.
Two shots. Last on the first.
That one is off. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Harrell, he's checked in for Gortat. Mike Scott comes in for Tobias Harris. And Baamute's checked in for Gallinari. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Avery Bradley. Portland also making some changes. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Harkless comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. And Stauskas subbed in for Turner. And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Beverley against Curry. And Beverley kicks to Williams. That one's off, still out of sync.
Rough start to this game. Hits 1 bucket in the first and nothing here in the second.
Stauskas with the bucket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Williams in the post. He's guarded by McCollum. The kick out to Scott. Pass to Beverley. Inside. And the dunk by Baamute.
When Beverley concentrates on passing, he makes his team better. Superb at getting passes over to his guys.
Williams against McCollum. Over Williams. And Portland again with the bucket. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with head coach Terry Stotts. Coach, what has gone right for your team so far?
Well, we've got a lot of energy. Getting stops and getting runouts was the biggest difference.
And that gets your guards involved early in the offense. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. C.J. McCollum was on fire in the first half. He ended up with 26 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
Well, you live by the 3 and you die by the 3. And today, Ernie, they're dying. And as cold as they've been behind the arc, they keep firing from deep. What are you doing? I know they got a lot of ground to make up, but they can't continue with this game plan. Not working.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
It just makes such a difference when the offense is running through him. He just keeps everyone involved.
You know, in my opinion, it starts the way he reads the defenses. He knows exactly where and when to deliver the pass.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. At the 2, it's McCollum with Turner at the 3. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Nurkic, and it's Lillard in at the point guard. Now, here's Lillard, following the miss by Lou Williams. They get it back. And here's McCollum for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. McCollum's got the first basket of the second half here for the Trailblazers. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, the Clippers are going in a new direction. Now, Coach Doc Rivers said, we had a shot. I don't think anybody understands how hard it is to win a title. Until you do that, you're going to be frustrated a lot and have to make tough decisions. Kevin?
Well, they're trying to make the right decisions to rebuild better than before, D.A. Thanks. Here's Beverly, following the score by Damian Lillard. Beverly finds Gortat. Floats one up, and Williams with the layup. Williams has got 16 points.
Using his athleticism in the paint, Lou beats everyone to the punch.
McCollum outside. No good off the back of the rim. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Harris passes to Beverly. Williams against McCollum. It's Williams with the drive, and McCollum with the block.
You know, coming out of the half, you want to set the tone for the rest of the game, but going 1 for 4 is the wrong way to do it.
With the teardrop. Rebound by the Clippers. Gortat's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
You know, there are certain players who just seem to have a knack for putting the ball in the basket. Lou Williams is in that category.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Two.
And he makes the first. You know, Steve, in the NBA, you know exactly how much your peers are making. Do contract numbers ever bring out animosity between players?
Yes, they do, Kevin. I mean,
really?
When you look at some guys, you see those guys starting to say, I'm putting up better stats than him, but he's making more money. And then it becomes the elephant in the room when the guys start to talk about it. They start not passing to each other. Yes, guys do know exactly what other players make, and sometimes there can become some animosity between the two.
Oh, that's something.
That's his first personal foul.
Lillard from outside. And no good that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. And Beverly kicks to Harris. Gallinari, good. And Harris gets the assist. 10 points for Gallinari.
This is where Tobias has really improved, keeping his eyes up, making plays for others.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That'll be his second foul of the game. McCollum left side, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Gentlemen.
That's on Lou Williams. The Trailblazers have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And it's Harris with the ball for the Clippers. Gallinari wide open. Offline with his 3. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And Turner kicks to McCollum. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Back to Lillard. 6 to shoot. The pass to McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The 3. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. Lillard's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
He just can't get it cranked up from beyond the arc. No threes in this half after just hitting 1 in the first.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Here's McCollum. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
5 attempts for him at the line tonight. He's made 3.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
There's only the Basketball Hall of Fame that is shared among all basketball organizations, Steve. Do you think there should be an NBA Hall of Fame?
You know, Kevin, I do. I mean, I love the way we've done it, and obviously it's been successful. But, you know, the Basketball Hall of Fame is your entire body of work. And I think sometimes we don't understand that that's from high school, college level into the NBA. Whereas, you know, there's some guys are making it because of that, and there's some guys getting slighted because of that. So I do think one day we should just have the NBA Hall of Fame, just like the NFL.
And checking out the numbers for C.J. McCollum. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. 8th in scoring, and he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league and 3-point shooting.
And you noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. And he makes the first.
You look at the trajectory of Williams' career. 2nd-round pick, started slow, but his game has aged like a fine wine.
good on both.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
The Trailblazers have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Harris on the double team. To the inside. Here's Aminu. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 5 assists in the game. The Clippers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, certainly. Harris dishes to Williams. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Williams has got 8 points here in this quarter. The Trailblazers have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. McCollum outside. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Look at the Trailblazers. This season has been a struggle for them. They're down at the bottom of the conference. And checking out the Clippers, 3 games behind.
You know, for Los Angeles, this season has to really become a wake-up call for them moving forward. If they didn't recognize before this year that they didn't have the talent to compete in this league, they sure as heck better recognize it now.
I'm sure they do, because it's obvious that the way this team is currently constructed just isn't working. Changes have to be made, and they can't wait too long to make them.
Here's Lillard, following the score by Lou Williams. Harris on the double team. McCollum kicks to Aminu. Just 5 on the clock. Lillard misses.
A high percentage look from the mid-range. Might have been surprised that he was so wide open.
That one goes in. Harris has got his second bucket of the night.
A big part of what makes Harris a more physical player right now is he has filled out his frame, and he is able to finish through contact.
Now here's McCollum. 33 points for him. Over in the corner, Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 6th assist on the night. The Clippers have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Pass to Williams. Out to Gallinari. Shot clock at 6. Harris outside. Misses the 3.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Here's Turner, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. And Evan Turner, the former number 2 pick out of Ohio State, you know, he acts as a utility knight for this team. He can wear a lot of different hats. His versatility might be his best trait.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Harrell, he's checked in for Gortat. Scott comes in for Harris. And Mbaamute's checked in for Gallinari. And it's Avery Bradley in for Lou Williams.
One shot, gentlemen.
And that one misses. And with Turner, as you mentioned, Greg, he can play both wing spots and does whatever you need from him on offense.
Well, you like when he's playing in the post and bullying small wings. Much better from that area of the floor than from outside. He also can act as a playmaker, very adept at running the pick and roll.
Now here's Beverly. And here's Stauskas from the arc. It's hauled in by Beverly. Beverly's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now here's Mbaamute. Right side Bradley. To the paint. Harrell finds Mbamute. And it's sent back by Leonard. Harrell, that's good. Portland's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Here's Harkless. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The high post shot. Lillard with the bucket.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy. Double-digit lead and still putting it on them.
Now here's Bradley. He's got 11. Back to Beverly. He's looking for Harrell and finds him. Three-pointer on the way. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And let's take a quick peek at the 2K leaderboard and the steal leaders from the point guard spot for the last 10 games. Patrick Beverly is second.
And not only are these players tremendous at picking a ball handler's pocket, but as terrific point guards, they also know how to jump into passing lanes and get a steal or deflection that way as well.
What I love about it, these guys are dialed in defensively. That's the game plan for these guys. Defensive mindset first.
Poked loose and stolen by Harrell. Beverly the pass to Harrell. Great D that time from Leonard.
Boy, he blew an easy layup, and he is furious with himself.
And Turner kicks to Lillard. And there's a whistle that goes on Luke Mbamute. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Lillard.
And Damian Lillard has always been an incredible scorer. His range and ability to create let him carry the load on offense, and has also stepped up as a vocal leader for this team, has grown into that role the last few seasons.
Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for the Clippers. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Curry's checked in, and both free throws good for Damian Lillard. And with Lillard and becoming a team leader, Greg, he's always been one to lead by example.
And when Lillard was the clear star of the team, players started to look at him as a mentor, realize the kind of effect he can have on his teammates. And that led him to opening up, inviting them to dinner and hanging out. Wasn't something he took to immediately, but he has shown he can not only be a franchise talent on the court, but off the court as well.
Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here's Bradley. He's got 11. Here's Stauskas. He dishes it to Lillard. Back to Stauskas. Pass to Lillard. Shoots the three. Drills it from outside. Lillard's got 32 points in the game.
Had that one in his sights, too. His 5th triple of the game, second this half.
Kicks it to Mbamute. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Lillard dishes to Harkless. Curry against Mbamute. Knocks it loose. Mbamute with the steal. And here we go. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I like the awareness of Avery. Understands he has the defender a little out of position. Takes full advantage.
At the line for your Clippers, Avery Bradley. Taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. He kicks to Curry. Harkless with it. Down low, Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
And here is Los Angeles now. Portland making their last shot. Good work there as it goes.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
1:21 left in the third quarter. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Outside Bradley. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. And the foul called on Myers-Leonard. And that'll be his third foul so far. There's 57 seconds left to play in the third. Outside, Scott. Clock at 6. Nailed from three-point land. Scott's got 5 now.
The defense disrespecting his range. He goes ahead and buries it.
Here's Stauskas, guarded by Bradley. Stauskas with the bucket.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
Los Angeles has gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Bradley up top, guarded by Curry. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Bradley. Launches it. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Leonard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Stauskas has got 4 this quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Harrell. Great D that time from Leonard. And so it's Portland up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. Their defense has been active and effective. Back to the action after this word. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Shabazz Muhammad, Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Teodosic. Then it's Mbah a Moute, and it's Marjanovic in at the 5 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
You look at that lead pass there. He just has such a great feel for the game.
Here's Teodosic. Passes it to Muhammad. Tries it from 9. No good on that one.
And that can't happen. Missing the wide open chip shot.
Layman pass to Collins. Smitty, every so often we'll hear about a team holding a players-only meeting. You've been there, I'm sure. You've gone through that. What exactly goes on in those discussions?
You know, Kevin, when you hear players-only meeting, something's going wrong with the team. Right. And obviously, we meet all the time, but when there's specific, in quotation, a players-only meeting, there's a lot of things that are going wrong with the team, with individuals, with the coaches or general managers. They are trying to find a way to hash it out, and those are never good.
And that one's good, Marjanovic.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's just his first turnover of the night. What a steady, efficient game he's played thus far.
Swanigan, he's checked in for Myers-Leonard. And Los Angeles guys shooting under 40% all in all for the game. And the pass to Mbamute. And Muhammad kicks to Marjanovic. Back to Muhammad. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's Trent. The dish to Stauskas. A floater. He lays it in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Muhammad. Out left to the wing. Here's Teodosic. The three-pointer, no good.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Here's Trent. Stauskas kicks to Swanigan. Back to Stauskas. This one for three. It's not going to go for him. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Pass to Muhammad. And now Portland on the break. Here's Trent. Again, the Trailblazers good for two.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
The reason why a number of guys on this roster, they are built for speed. Why not play to your strengths?
Kicks it to Muhammad. Shoots from the right block. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Assertive in the painted area. This is what every coach preaches.
Passes it to Layman. Muhammad with the steal. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D takes it himself uncontested.
One shot, find the lanes.
Well, the NBA has had 3 referee crews for quite a while. Steve, do you think adding a 4th ref would help in any way?
No, I think it'll get a little bit crowded on the floor. I would love to see, I know they won't go back, I love the 2 referee situation. I look at it right now, referee A calls a call, referee B calls a call. It just feels like referee C has to make the next call or get up far as even with the other referees. I would love to see them go back to a 2 referee situation.
Clippers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. The pass to Marjanovic. Collins grabs the miss. For Portland, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Trent passes to Swanigan. Inside. Trent gets the bucket.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
Marjanovic kicks to Teodosic. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Los Angeles with another miss. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Here's Trent. He's guarded by Mbamute. Trent gets the bucket.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Pass to Muhammad. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Trailblazers have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Pass to Collins. To the middle. Here's Swanigan. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in.
C.J. McCollum.
They get a hand on it. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And that one's good. Teodosic. When you look around the NBA, are there any small issues you think could grow into bigger issues, Steve, going forward?
Well, I think the one issue right now is what are teams doing at the end of the year versus trying to stay competitive and win games or trying to look possibly down in the NBA draft lottery.
Right.
I think that's one of those problems that we have to address. I think also small markets, I don't think that's much of a problem if you have organizations in the forefront. Winning is in the forefront. I don't think whether it's small market or big market, guys do look at that as far as endorsements, but I don't think that'll be a problem.
Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
McCollum outside. Pass to Lehman. Over to the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Stauskas inside the line. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
I love the adjustments he's made here in the second half, getting the looks he wants now and shooting a much higher percentage.
Kicks to Muhammad. With the fadeaway. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
It goes down, but with no defender near him, no need to go to the fadeaway.
Now the pass to McCollum. Here's Swanigan. Back to McCollum. The 3-ball. Mbamute pulls it in.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Here's Lehman. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Not sure who designed that play, but he makes it count.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Teodosic kicks to Marjanovic. Lays it up off the glass. Marjanovic has got 4 points this quarter. The Trailblazers shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Pass to McCollum. Here's Swanigan. Back to McCollum. Takes a 3. The rebound by Marjanovic.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He is guarded by McCollum. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. And that one misses from Lehman.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Marjanovic. He is guarded by McCollum. Player podcast, something we're hearing more of, and it's a growing trend. Good idea, or do you think it could get some guys in trouble?
Kevin, well, some guys, it does a good job of helping their brand, and we love to see guys getting a chance to do other things off the court. And then there are some guys who get a little loose, and they reveal some secrets, or they say some things they wish they could take back. So I think it all comes down to the individual. You gotta understand media before you try to jump out and start doing these podcasts.
Well said. And the Clippers making a switch here. Harrell's checked in. And then for the Trailblazers, Leonard, he's checked in for Zach Collins. And Maurice Harkless subbed in for Swanigan. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Stauskas. He kicks to McCollum. Pass to Harkless. Here's Stauskas. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Oh, boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Got it from 16 feet. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 points now in just the second half. Portland's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. McCollum outside. Up top, Harkless. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Here's Muhammad. Harrell. The tip in on the offensive rebound.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now here's McCollum. Layman kicks to Leonard. Passes it to McCollum. Back to Leonard. Shoots over Marjanovic. The Clippers grab the miss. Harrell's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Portland.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Damian Lillard.
How about the rhythm he got into tonight? Unstoppable at the offensive end. And the coach was smart. He kept calling his number. Serve and the defense there. He makes a terrific read.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Layman pass to McCollum. Now the pass to Layman. Sinks the 15-footer.
And just putting the finishing touches on this one, they have been on fire.
I mean, a fantastic run. The guys are really clicking, and the scoreboard reflects that.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Dame, you guys got off to a slow offensive start, but came back and got the win. What got going?
It wasn't the prettiest game. We didn't shoot the ball well, but we just had to find ourselves. I think we did a great job of sticking with it. Some shots started to fall and we was able to pull away.
And that ball goes in the basket, everything changes, right? Thanks, Dame. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.